G'day Michael, it's Jason here. I've got your demonstration video ready to show you. This is the unit. I've got it hooked up to just a TPS here, and it's just a normal 3 wires, and got a 12 volt battery here, and I've got the RX8 EOMP here. So I'll just power it up. Yeah, I'll just connect this. Okay, so you'll see that's the screen that you get when you haven't got your foot on the accelerator and the EOMP is at its closed position or the minimum position. And if I press this TPS in and out, you'll notice that the display goes up and down, and also the motor is moving. Now I'll put it all together so you can actually see it all happening together. So yeah, that's how it works. So on the plug, there's just 2 wires going into the switch, and then there's 6 wires going into this plug. So I've got all these plugs that I'll throw in. This one looks a bit manky because I've had it for a while, but it's been in a car and it's just my test lead, and it'll be all brand new, the one I send you. And this is the other bit that goes into there. So there's a couple of features on this controller I've put in. Is the menu button. So you got different options on the TPS, like you can flip it or set it up how you want. There's the menu, there's the options for the RX8 or the RX7, driving the different EOMPs. So if you wanted to go into that, you just then press OK, and it says select mode. So at the moment it's on the RX8 mode, but if you press the cycle button, it says the normal EOMP. So if you keep cycling, yep, and then once you've selected the one you want, you press OK. Now there's all sorts of stuff you can play around with the, like the minimum setting. You can make it so it puts in, like, will only go back to halfway kind of thing, so it's always putting in sort of 50% oil. And now if you've stayed on a menu too long, it will time out, so it jumps back. So you just jump in there. There's like a response that you can change so that it reacts slowly to your accelerator, so it sort of like hangs on the so it's got a slow time waiting kind of thing, so that it puts more oil in and stays on the maximum flow. Like even if you come off the throttle quickly, it will. So if you go into that one, you can say normal rise and fall, or you can say very slow fall, medium, very slow rise, and then very slow rise and fall, So if I put it on very slow fall, now when I press the, see how it'll attack quickly, but then when I let go, instead of flying back quickly, it sort of slowly drops off. So that if you're on the throttle maximum, it kind of hovers more on the full oil. If you wanted to. There's just like screen contrast and backlight adjustment and things like that. Like in the TPS, you can invert it. Like if your TPS is like you're using the custom throttle body and you need to sort of turn the TPS around, there's options for that. And so at the moment it's all off. And I'll put it to the very slow rise and fall. So now when I push it in and out, see, it won't work when you're in the menu. It's sort of, that's why I put that time out. If you just press menu, it'll jump out. So you can see now it takes a while to get to the full rate. So if you're off and on the throttle at maximum, it'll sort of more stay at full oil flow rate until you've really come off the accelerator. So that feature's there if you want it. But I'll just jump in there and put it back to normal. And now it's back to like really fast. So yeah, but if you don't want to use TPS and you're using like a map sensor, then it's just this orange wire here is the 5-volt signal. The pink and the white are just like minus and plus 5 volts, and then this is the real signal wire. So the EOMP will supply 5 volts to your sensor if you're using an external one. These wires are all just for the EOMP. Just got 2 for power, which I've branched off to supply power to the motor, because that is like a 12-volt common, and then these are all negative things. So yeah, so it just needs 1 12 volts, and these are all outputs from the controller. This brown wire here you only use if you're running the like Series 4 EOMP, which has like a little feedback resistor thing in it. So that's for if you're driving that. Now the controller itself, I've got like a plug in the line. It's like a limo plug. You just sort of pull that back, and it's got lots of little pins in there. So if you wanted to take the controller out of the car, you can like literally take it out and unplug it and then just plug it back in. And that's like, I made that like that so if people send them in like for warranty or something's gone wrong, they can just unplug it and plug the new one in. So you'll get this like loom here, and then coming out here to all the wires, and then you can just connect that up to your car, to your wiring. Probably need to extend it a bit or whatever. And yeah, so there you go. Finally, I supplied you that video I promised you. And get this off tomorrow for you. So cool, I'll talk to you on the email. Thanks, Michael. Bye.